Good morning to you.
Hello.
June the 13th. I'm I'm very glad you're with me tonight because I've got some problems in the studio. So I'm going to need your help.
Okay. How can I help you?
So last night after the broadcast, software updates, and I run a lot of software here to do all these layers and communicate with people on social media and bring up their comments. Well, had a
Mm-hmm.
big update come out on my software and something glitched. So Stephen Haywood and I've been working on it. I'm going to have to finish it in the
Mm-hmm.
morning. But we were able to get some of the stuff up. There's
Mm-hmm.
hundreds of, processes going on behind the scenes, as you know. I mean, there's a lot of horsepower. So the horse is lame tonight, but he'll be
Mm-hmm.
healed tomorrow. So day 109, here we are. But we're good. We've got enough stuff. I'm not going to be able to have all the social going as normal, like heavy. Those aren't layered back in yet, but we're good. So welcome to you. As we were talking last night, um, Ternopil was hit pretty hard. And
Yes. 22% being wounded
yes.
somehow, including
And
kid,
including what?
the small child.
Yes. Um, yeah. Of course, Ternopil, we've been there. Well, it's very close. So many times. Um, and it is actually west of Khmelnytsky. So,
Mm-hmm.
it just shows what is coming. So, Zhenya, we're going to roll tonight because honestly, my system is unstable. I'm hoping we're going to be okay to get through this. I'm assuming so, but I want to start here tonight. It's a Sunday night. It's day 109. We're also going to talk about, unfortunately, Russia Day and fortunately, Russia Day. So lots of things that we do have ready to go to update folks tonight. But I want to start here. I want to start here. I'm going to show a picture, and then I'm going to let you talk.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Bogdan Stasiuk.
Yes.
This brother was in my youth ministry years ago, and very positive man. He was fighting for Ukraine and was killed by Russian army during his fight for own land, for Ukraine, for his motherland.
Yeah.
And this is reality we live in. It's day by day, time by time, we hear some news. This is just one more piece of pain in our land.
Just a
Just
young
I did
fella.
share
He
it.
he leaves
Yeah.
behind a 10-year-old child.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
And I
his
know. Listen,
mother, his wife, and his son, 10
you
years.
know, Ukraine is losing between 100 and 200 soldiers per day, and that's directly from President Zelensky. If we do not get more weapons, it's going to be even more. It's critical. It's extremely critical. Um,
Okay,
but
just
it's just it takes it to the next level. I mean, you were this kid's youth pastor, so
okay. Think about that. That, let's say, from time of Soviet Union, Russia got a lot of tanks in their garages, let's say.
mhm.
Is surely it's maybe most of them, most of its tanks are not like modern, like in with the high technologies, but it's still tanks.
Mhm.
It drives and it can shut, and it can bring a lot of problems when we have not enough of something to answer. And think about that, about the number. Altogether, just the tanks which stays in that, let's say, some places for like they just keeping the technique there, this kind of storages and so on. Guess what number the Russian has at this moment? 28,500. It's from models surely from T55 and
it's
think about that.
It just keeps coming. We're going to talk about that in a moment.
28,500
tanks. You know, I saw it today where Russia is using their Cold War stockpiles, Soviet stockpiles. And the world many times will look at that and go, well, they're having to use those old weapons. Okay. Those old weapons, they may not be laser guided, but they still blow up and destroy indiscriminately. And they have basically limitless supplies of Cold War storages.
Yes, this is what do I mean. I mean, this number is not, I mean, does not include the tanks, which is already on the battlefield from Russian side.
These are just in storage.
Yes, it's just in storage, and they can take it out, and they're doing it time by time. But this is reality. They are huge.
They are.
I mean,
today
countries know it.
Today, June.
And the source. Sorry.
The what?
The source where I got this information from. It's information from Institute of War. They did publish it.
These are facts. It's not Ukraine throwing a number. It's not Russia throwing a number. It's an outside agency, Institute of War. I follow them as well. Get a lot of information from them to share. We're going to start a little rough, and then we're going to get rougher, and then we're going to end good. Okay? So,
yeah.
It's already June the 13th for you, and it's June the 12th here. Today was Russia Day. I want people to understand this. This is the day. This would be like July the 4th in the United States. It's the celebration of that independence, the celebration like a birthday. And today, June 12th, I've got the little picture here, Russia Day. And kind of an interesting day because many nations did not congratulate them. Okay. Some nations did. And the ones that did, we know that they're in Russia's pocket. It's all the nations that we talk about. But I really like the Latvian foreign minister's blessing of Russia.
Yeah.
Would you read that to our viewers tonight and translate it?
Today, Russia celebrating the day of Russia.
Let's put it. No. Let's put it in Russian so any Russian speakers will hear it.
Okay. Сегодня Россия отмечает День России. Желаю поражения в агрессивной войне против Украины, отказа от имперских амбиций и построения современного демократического и правового государства.
So День России 20... Hold on. День России 2022. Here we have Edgars Rinkevics, Foreign Minister of Latvia, congratulating Russia. Now, you've heard it in Russian, so how about give us some English on that?
Okay, his message. Today Russia celebrates the Day of Russia. So I wish you to lose in that aggressive war against of Ukraine, and wish you to reject all the empire's ambitions and to start the build modern, democratic, and the law the with it
Law-abiding
law-abiding uh,
government.
country, yeah, government.
Yeah. Do I need to read the Russian for you? I mean, come on.
No.
Okay. So for Latvia, we give you a big cheer, Edgars. Thank you for that. Now, I'm now going to flip to something and show, because people are interested. They don't understand these cultures. They don't. So let me give you some insight. I'm going to show you a video greeting today in Russia on their news channels, where this guy is congratulating Russia, but it's with a famous verse from the history about the greeting. But what I want you to pay attention to is during his greeting, look at the background. Look at what is being shown on the news channels. This is not made up. I didn't edit this. My computer's not even working right. Tomorrow morning, Stephen Haywood, you got to fix this thing. It's unbelievable. And then, Zhenya, many people say, well, you know, it's only the old people in Russia. It's not. There are millions of people, all age demographics, that are under the spell of this evil empire. You know, I was talking with, it may have been Rostick, it may have been you, I can't remember, somebody. It may not even have been on the stream, but I was talking with somebody, and they made a very, very good point. They said, if you are going to be against the war and you're there in Russia, why aren't you in the streets protesting? In fact, today, you know, you have protesters here and there, very few, but they get put in prison. But there were thousands of people standing in line in multiple locations today for the reopening of McDonald's under, of course, a new name, celebrating Russia Day. We have a hamburger. So it tells you. So I'm going to play this video. You're going to see this guy and his greeting, and then it's going to flip to a celebration this evening with only youth. Very, very interesting. Here we go. Russia Day 2022.
Я узнал, что у меня есть огромная семья. И тропинка, и лесок, поле, каждый колосок. Речка, небо голубое – это все мое, родное. Это родина моя.
That's enough of that trash. But it's so Zhenya, the guy's given the famous statement there from history. And instead of seeing the images of the river and the sky and the family, it's nothing but military images. And then he says, I love the whole world, as we watch the Sarmat, or the Satan missile, fly into the sky. Then kids singing the national anthem, and then they're rejoicing with the colors. But then the last three statements they made: for Russia, for the army, and for Putin. That's what they said. How was the translation on the other guy? Perfect?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
coming to that unique person and this Rogozin. So this is just a real open, clear picture of how Russia loves and plan to love all the people of the world.
Sure.
Sarma, with the saying, I love all the people
Of the
on
world. Push the button.
Yes, this is what they call we love Ukraine, and they sending missiles, killing people. This is what they how they imagine and plan to love the world.
This is how they express their love.
Yes, and they not hiding it. The same with McDonald's.
Correct.
It was stolen. It's stolen.
It's stolen.
They.
Jenya, I can't load up everything tonight. I'm limited on what I can do. We'll be back to full power tomorrow. Listen, thousands of people today for the McDonald's celebrating.
Yes, it's a big celebration. Why? The McDonald's was stolen. They changed something, and they were wiping out from the trays the sign, McDonald's sign.
Jenya, they took the ketchup.
Trays.
They took the ketchup packets that says McDonald's and scratched over it with a Sharpie, a magic marker.
Yes.
They just changed the colors and kept cooking.
Okay. It's like, think about that. If my kid, or like, let's say, if like any just normal family, they know that, I don't know, the ketchup or other stuff was stolen.
Yes.
Open. Then how about like having a good appetite to eat it, to go there, to pay for the stolen stuff?
Yes.
And they posting it on the central TV stations, on channels, like something they are proud of.
Proud of. Listen.
It's a stolen. Wow, we celebrate. The same with a lot of things.
The video I just shown, it's right there. Right on the state television. Well, let's respond to it this way. I think you'll appreciate this. This was in St. Petersburg today. Now I know everybody can't read it. Ty nie Petra Perve, ty Adolf II. You are not Peter the Great or Peter the First. You are Adolf the Second.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, that's St. Petersburg, Russia. At least one person gets it.
Yeah.
At least one person.
I think it just, I don't think we need to, to spend a lot of time, but it's just, the fact that the level of self-respect the level of understanding what honor is, and the respect to the property, let's say, to the rights of company, to the
Sure.
rights of like a private rights. It's like no, there is no respect to that.
Zhenya.
So it's
Zhenya.
just
Let me ask you a question.
what?
If a nation is not going to respect a sovereign border, if a nation is not going to respect the life of a baby, if the nation is not going to respect anything, who cares about McDonald's ketchup packets? They don't
Yes,
respect anything.
but there is some countries who, knowing that, trying and asking the world, let's save the face of Putin.
We're going to talk about that. I was able to
Okay.
get that one loaded
Say
up.
what?
I know.
Say what?
We're going to talk about that. It's coming up in just a second. Now, let's go here. Let's talk a few tactics.
Mhm.
Actually, before we do that, no, let's do that. Let's talk a few tactics. Severodonetsk is right here. On the upper right-hand corner is in trouble. The blue arrow is pointing at Lysychansk. The arrows at the top are pointing where Russian forces are trying to push into Slavyansk, and then, of course, to Kramatorsk. And then the bottom arrow is where they're pushing up to try to surround and push in behind Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. Now, I put the ruler there so that people watching the stream can understand. Because when you look at a map like that, you can't tell the colors. I mean, you can't tell the distances. So the gap there is only 10 miles. That's not much where the pinch is coming in. Now, I want to show a couple of videos. Before we do that, let's do this. Severodonetsk is right here, and the town I want to focus on is right here, Lysychansk, which is across the river and up on the hill. Two things I want us to pay attention to here tonight. And I'm going to show a couple of videos so that we're all on the same page. The first one right here is we're in the process of having another Azovstal. Now, not just in numbers, it's less, but it doesn't matter. So what you're looking at there, folks, is a picture of the Azot plant in Severodonetsk. This is a chemical plant. Now, Azovstal in Mariupol is a steel plant. This is a chemical plant. Right now, right this second, you're watching this stream, there are 500 people trapped under that plant trying to stay alive. And Ukraine has confirmation that at least 40 of them are children. Russia is bombarding that plant, knowing that all those civilians are in there. And actually, I have a little video of that. I'm going to show that, and then we can discuss it. This is looking down on Severodonetsk. And that is the plant. Right there with those stacks. Now the guy's going to pan, and you can just... This helps you understand Severodonetsk is not a small city. So Zhenya, people have said that Severodonetsk is, if we're not careful, is going to be Mariupol number 2. My answer to that is we've already got Mariupol 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on, because we don't know. I mean, for Popasna, gone. Rubizhny, gone. When Kremina, gone. When we say gone, it's gone. And we do not know how many people have been killed. But we know right here in Severodonetsk, it's turning into an ugly situation. In addition to that, 2 of the bridges leading out of Severodonetsk, Russia destroyed, and they're trying to destroy the 3rd. And you say, well, why would Russia want to destroy those bridges so they can't get through? No, what they want to do first is make sure Severodonetsk is leveled, and then they'll deal with crossing the river. They're trying to keep Ukraine from coming in. So what do you know about Severodonetsk? And then I'm going to show you something about Lysychansk, right across the river.
The Russian trying to block our logistic supply ways to support guys in Severodonetsk who fight for that people, civilian people, and for our territory as well.
Yes.
And according to the information I have, the 3rd bridge was mined. I mean, prepared to destroy, and maybe it waits for a special moment. But we have a problem there. It's not easy situation. And but our guys still have some logistics ways, but not easy. It's
not easy.
Much more.
And the bottom line is, we need weapons.
We need artillery. We need tanks. We need a lot of things to fight with that orcs. These are not soldiers. They are not army. Not like a human army with the common, laws and traditions of army. They're not fighting like that. They fighting by destroying buildings of families, of civilians, and this is the way they fight.
I think what people need to understand, and we try to show them every night, and we're going to continue to show them. In fact, I'm getting ready to show Lysychansk. When you look at these red territories, and this is a map system that's very accurate on the pushes, you can see where Russia is pushing in, of course. You guys may not be able to read this, but we can. They want to push into Slavyansk, into Kramatorsk, and they are making efforts on that. Ukraine has had to pull back, and then we're in this pinch here at Severodonetsk. Well, if you look at the graphics that is used, they use these pig heads to represent the enemy army, calling them orcs. It's from a movie. But what you really need to understand is 2 things. Everything you're seeing here in red, they're continually destroying. It's not just shells going in and trying to take new territory. For example, there's another push going on to take Kharkiv. They're coming back in from the north again on Kharkiv. I was checking on that just a little while ago. But, folks, there are people, parts of the military, even on the back lines, that are just destroying street by street, block by block, and building by building. So when you hear Zhenya or you hear others say all they want to do is destroy, it's the truth. They're just destroying.
I want for us to get back for last night program, when you were sharing, finishing that program with the story and the picture, the video from Mariupol.
Yes.
So, if somebody claims, like that army, that they are like deliverers, they are like bringing freedom, bringing better life. Okay, when they getting, okay, occupying the city, the place, the town, village, they are not taking responsibility, because it's nothing about people's life.
Correct.
It's about the picture for Putler,
Pootler.
picture for TV.
Mm-hmm.
People have no water in Mariupol for drinking and hygiene. Like, I mean,
No
like they
bathing.
cannot get, yes, water
No
for
medical.
to face nothing, but they using water, transporting it to use on the flowers for good picture.
At the sign to make the flowers look pretty. You're right. You're
Yes,
right.
and nothing about if they would be it, if it would be about helping people to be free from some, pressure or control, or I don't know, bad guys. No, they taking people out. No, they
This
locking inside of that place, letting people die, and they just creating a picture. Then when this picture will be recorded, they will leave it.
mm-hmm.
They will just control it, and people will be dying there. Nobody will know it. They will be burying it in a graves with no names, just
Mm-hmm.
numbers, if they will. Sometimes they just taking it to, you can make your own
Genia,
research
I
what's
haven't
going on.
shown the videos. They're literally digging up dead bodies when they're trying to clear rubble, and they're picking up concrete, dead bodies, just throwing them in the dump trucks and
Yes.
taking them to the landfill. It is unbelievable
So
what we're witnessing. But you know what we're doing? So we have a slang here. It's called, we're putting lipstick on a pig. So you can put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. And
yes.
you plant the flower. For example, hold your thought. This is Kherson today. In Kherson, there's still hundreds of thousands of people. It's still a big place. But what they're doing is painting a picture, send it back, everything's okay. But we know the truth. Kherson is Ukraine, of course, and the people there are occupied. You have a few that come out, they make this nice picture. You have the traitor, who I went through last night, had his stuff translated. What a evil person. But this is the picture they paint right here today, Kherson, on Russia Day.
Я поздравляю вас всех с праздником. И хочу сказать всего лишь одну вещь. Несмотря ни на что, добро пожаловать в семью!
Welcome to our family. We congratulate you on this special day. But here's the deal. That all that is lipstick. There's nobody else there. Couple hundred people, 4 soldiers, 50 balloons, and this is the glory of what we bring to you. That's Kherson today. That's exactly what you're talking about.
It's this is why we need weapons, not just, for our soldiers will be better. We want to stop this curse, this
Evil.
evil. we want to stop it. I mean, because
video,
they are this moment on our land. We need to stop it altogether.
yes,
We need to stop.
that video bothered you right there, didn't it?
Yeah. Why? I tell you why. Because the first 12 years of my life, I spent in a military base. With all of this, it was the time of Soviet Union, and with all of these melodies, all of this fake
Trash.
power,
Yes.
that trash, and now I see it. They just trying to bring that trash back to Ukraine. We were in the middle of cleaning our nation, our minds from that kind of trash, and they bringing it back with the Russian passports, with USSR passports, with that melodies, with that songs, that the same proclamations. And they're just trying to get it back. That trash. I hate it.
I know you hate it. And let's close it. Let's close it out here tonight. And the world doesn't get it. Russia's sending in up to 40,000 more soldiers into the war zone. The purpose of those soldiers are to limit Ukraine's ability to replenish and resupply. When Zhenya keeps telling you, or I keep telling you, and we use the word limitless, of course, nothing is limitless, but folks, in this war, they will not stop. And you can say, well, half of those soldiers aren't trained. They're just call-ups, or they don't care. They don't want to be there. It doesn't matter, because they'll just keep sending them and keep sending the arms. And unless Ukraine is empowered, and it's not just the weapons. It's not just the weapons. Poland threatened today by Zakharova because they're supporting Ukraine, and Poland was threatened with a nuclear strike today on June the 12th, saying, stop being the brother to Ukraine. Poland, of course, and Duda won't stop. While at the same time, North Korea publicly joins the alliance. What alliance? The alliance I've told you guys about for a long time. If you do not think China and Russia are in partnership together, you need to keep watching. Go back and watch all the programs, because they are. And now North Korea, Kim Jong-un, whatever, Rocket Boy, comes out and congratulates Russia. And you're doing right. You're a right cause, protecting dignity, security, and rights for the development of your country, to which our people express full support. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Not you, people watching. Oh, that's just North Korea. And they can't even feed their own people, and they're a communist state. And yeah, but let me tell you something about North Korea. 1.2 million soldiers and nuclear weapons. I don't care they can't hit the target. I don't care they can't feed their people. 1.2 million people, army, and nuclear weapons, supporting Russia. You don't think that Putin will say, hey, load up a train. I need some stuff. It'll happen. He said, well, there's a border to cross. No problem. What border is it going to be? China. It's so simple to see, folks. Now, go ahead.
All the nations who understand, who stays now with against of that aggression, against of evil, against of wiping out the nation. This is Nazism. This is genocide. So all the nations who understand the situation, they have understand the same moment the other country nuclear weapon, the big countries with the strong economics, if they betraying the values of the like normal now, they will betray all of you in any moment.
That's correct. That's what people
Doesn't
don't get.
doesn't matter if you are in the same block, aliens.
In the
Doesn't
alliance,
matter.
doesn't matter. Correct.
It doesn't, because they this is the way they see and they believe, and their people still allowing, I mean, they're not fights, they're not changing presidents and the leaders, they're people just watching, and it's already the fail. It's already the fail. It's proven. It's the facts. It's already proven by facts when the leader of country comes and say, "Hey, we support Ukraine," but and then says we inside the country, and or like with the comments of other his people, "Oh, we cannot support them. I mean, we cannot send anything. We cannot." What the I mean, what is the difference in if it be not Ukraine but other army, other country, and the fight will be in other zone, other area? I mean, what will be
Genium.
changed?
Exactly.
The comments?
Listen, while all of this is happening in Ukraine, Israel today and their intelligence put out an alert that Iran is working on nuclear weapon capabilities at a pace that has never happened before because the world is not paying attention to them anymore. They're looking at different things. We see all of this happening. Now, I'm going to show one last picture, and this one makes me just as mad as seeing the picture of Putler and Xi and Rocket Boy. This one, in fact, I probably like this picture worse. More. I dislike this picture even more. And here it is. This is, I call the alliance of fear. So here we have an alliance of madness, and here we have the alliance of fear. So Germany, France, and Italy declared their intentions to have a presidential level visit to Kyiv to discuss the war with Zelensky as soon as next week. And Jania, what do you think those three cowards are going to come and talk about? Just let them go. Let them have that east. Let them have that east. This is what we're talking about. These are the same nations. You think you've gotten a relationship with Putler and he guarantees that you'll be all right? Yeah, he'll be ramming tanks down your capital city next.
I think they will try to press on Zelensky to have one more, we call it Minsk agreement. Some agreement they will try to open the trades. I mean, like trading,
well, they're good. They're good at giving your land away, and they're very good at promising weapons they don't send.
And this is why other presidents are coming alone, and like it's okay. Boris Johnson doesn't matter, and these are the great the three.
Yes,
and they are coming to what? It's not the same language. It's not the same nation. It's the same agreement against of what?
If any, listen to me, and we're going to close it here because I'm done on June 12th for Russia Day, June 13th. Listen, if any nations should understand what is going on, it should be those three. My friend, That is Germany. That is Italy. And that is France. If those three guys can't figure it out, then Europe's in trouble. And Ukraine, even without real support from these nations that should be supporting, you're actually defending their freedom and they don't even know it. That's the truth.
I don't know what kind of freedom they want to have.
Evidently none. Evidently none.
Maybe in that understanding of freedom they have, being controlled by other power and having some guarantees, I mean just the words, but the guarantees, maybe promises that, oh, don't worry, we will not attack you, we will pay you money, or we will not kill you.
Same guarantee they gave Ukraine. How's that working out for you?
Yes.
How's that working out for you? Real good, huh? You had to
Yes.
learn that one of your kids that you raised up in the youth ministry was killed. So how's that working out for you? It's reality. Let me give you a smile before you go to sleep. You want to smile?
Okay.
How about one smile before you go to sleep? Are you ready?
Yes.
Давай. Слава Україні, героям слава, Путін, Білорусія, підарас. Ти на Україна, хорошо. Україна заебись.
Hey, they're speaking it.
Okay.
That's Africa.
Yeah,
They're ripping it. Nobody understands. But
you
glory to
should do
Ukraine.
some-
Well, nobody understands. One more time. Glory to the heroes.
Слава Україні, героям слава, Путін, Білорусія, підарас. Ти на Україна, хорошо. Україна заебись.
Hey, I got a smile out of you.
Okay.
There's no reason to beat when people don't understand, but they were supporting Ukraine
Let's say.
from the middle of Africa.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
hey,
and
good language skills too.
Yes, I want to, I started to, I did touch, the aliens, the nurse, and I would say the next thing that God gave us possibility to have union or unity,
Yes.
beside without that borders, unity in Christ, in the body of Christ, a unity which cannot be changed to unity on the Bible, unity on Jesus, unity on his love, and this unity cannot be destroyed by languages, by borders, by presidents. This
Correct.
is the foundation we have. This is why I'm happy to have that honor from God to be a channels, and with all the people. I mean, today I was on a meeting, on the service, during the service, we were thanking God for being a part of his care about people, being a part of his idea, his ways to bring food to people, bring care, bring medicine, and it's a big privilege, and I'm happy that we have something which is real, like fundamental, and so I thank God, I praise God for that, and I thank all the people who stays in that unity, and then which is like most important foundation
Amen.
for our lives. So thank you.
Tomorrow night, we'll have all the horsepower running again, but I think we did okay tonight, even on 4 out of 8 cylinders. So thank you, my friend. You better drop your heart. There it is. And you know what you have to say. Our new singer.
Yes. Okay. You first.
No, I'm first. A good night to all.
To all, a good night.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're messing up my countdown. Where'd I lose you at? Oh my gosh.
Okay. Now, I mean,
What?
if you will need, I have one for you.
That's mine. Put my name on it. Oh my goodness. Come on. A good night to all.
on.
A good night to all.
Yeah. To all a good night.
Thank you. Woo!